All right, here's a brief overview of Seamline account owner. So this is the account owner side. This is your main dashboard. This is system setup. So essentially, this is your like onboarding information. You can either connect your Stripe account or Shopify account, and then I just skip that for now, but you can add products right here. You can either upload by a CSV, or you can add them one by one. And then you can skip that too as well. From there, it'll just say like 67% complete. And then you have your main dashboard. So you have requests, design requests inbound. This is per month. Then you have pieces in production. And then you have design requests that are waiting for approval, so that are done. Then your conversion rate. So this would be design requests that turned into orders. So it gives you a percentage on that. And then you have overdue design requests. So if it's not complete and uploaded in 24 hours, it says it's overdue. And then when you click on that, it will take you to the design request table. So I'm going to go back to dashboard for now. So in the dashboard, we also have production flow. So this tells you design intake is like how many requests, concept approval, so how many approvals you have, what's in production queue, what's in production, and what has been fulfilled. And this would be like total units. And then it does give you the average time like that it takes to go through each step. And yeah, that is that production flow table. And then you have your active personnel table. So this is essentially who is in your workspace as a designer, a vendor, or a dealer. And then it also tells you who you invited, so you can invite members to your team right here. You can invite them designer, vendor, admin, or just a team member. Designers and vendors and account owners all have different dashboards and different views. They can see certain things. So this is account owner dashboard. You have like recent orders. You have your design queue too. So this has all your design queue. Then you also has your resource consumption. So this is based on like what tier you have. So it tells you how many orders you are allowed per month and how many orders have gone through, how many design requests, how many automations that have been ran on the backside, how many dealers that you have logged in, and then there's the team store monthly rev share percentage. So once you get over $25,000 in team store revenue through our like team store hosting process, then essentially you'll start to see a percentage of sales fee that will accumulate down here. So this is the account owner dashboard, and then that's the main dashboard. Then you can go into here, and then this would be like your customers, so you can see all your different customers. Then you go to here, team stores. This is all like your team stores. You can view the live store. Yeah, that's not set up right now, but yeah. So when it's reconfigured, you can just click on the live store and it'll send you right to their live store. You can manage it, you can take products off it or whatever you need to do. And then after team stores, there's Shopify integration. So this is how you integrate your products from the app to Shopify. So essentially, you want to have your products in the app super detailed because this is your database of products. And these are all the details that you need to go to production, and then also all the details for us to generate production sheets for production, so everything's done correctly. But when you have your Shopify connected, you can essentially just like approve the products that you want to sync with Shopify, and then they'll all sync in. But that's the Shopify thing. Then we have designs. design request right here. So here's like your design request dashboard. So in here we have all the requests that came in. You have request, um, total requests, total orders, conversion rate, average time to approve, average time to purchase. So these are, also super key metrics for this business. So you can kind of tell, how long it's taking to get an order based on your design request. So this also has two different views. It has pipeline view as well as a list view. So pipeline view just give you a better, idea of like how many are in each stage rather than like viewing it from here. So pipeline view and then list view. But I'm gonna open up this design request. So this is a design request details page. So this has all the information that was submitted right here for the design request. And then this is the design that the artist will upload. So we do have a function. It's not showing here. It's only on the designer side right now, but essentially it's a button that generates a sheet just like this, and it gives you all the details for the product. So it gives you, materials, colors, notes, anything. Like we can add labels in here, all that stuff, like design request ID, date, what designer worked on it, all those different things, team logo. And then what happens is it prints it out into a little PDF 2-pager. So it's like, this person selected compression shorts and compression tank. So it actually makes a two different detailed art sheets automatically for the designer. So they just download it, and then they have all the information they need for this artwork, already in an art file. So it saves a lot of time there. They open it in Illustrator, and all they have to do is just, get the right mock-up that's synced to those products, and then design it. And then they come back in here and upload it. There's no like trying to check something else. It's like it's all in this sheet that goes right into Illustrator. So it's super helpful. So then once they upload it into here, then it actually essentially splits the PDF into images. So then down here, the designer can see this too, account owner can see this, but what happens is you can actually map the product to the design. So when I map it to the design and I hit save mapping, this will actually, as soon as I hit save mapping, it sends a email to the customer. It says, hey, your mockups are ready to view. And then they can click the link and then come back here and view this. And then on the customer side, they don't see this stuff. They only see what they submitted in the design. And then they have an approve or request changes. And if they request changes, it will automatically open up the conversation tab. And then this is where you can conversate back and forth the designer from customer to designer. Right here, it's a async function. And I did have a little nodule here, but it's I gotta put it back on. But yeah, so I'm gonna just show you to like the next step in the process. So up here you can kind of see like step 1, request submitted, design review, then configure order. So if I go into create items, so this is going to create the item. So essentially what it does is just takes that product information that you already have in your database and just maps the art on top of it. Because that product information is dead set. All we're doing is just changing the artwork. So there's two different options here. For once the I just hit create items on the account owner side just to show you this, but on the customer side, if they hit approve, it takes them to this next step, which is create your bulk order or view your team store. So I can go and view my team store, but right now it's not available. But it'll automatically generate a team store on approval. So if that's all they want, they can hit go to team store and they can share their link with their team and they're good to go. But if they want to get a bulk order, they can open this and then it opens a clean order form here. So these are all the sizes available for this product. You can do by size, or you can do quick entry, and you can do like add 5 rows, add number, name, all that stuff right here, roster, or you can do a roster upload. So this would have it has a template, you can download it. they can fill it out and then upload the CSV. But I'm just gonna go in here and just do some like random stuff. But yeah, so then once you upload all that stuff, you hit save all, and then it will take me to the next step, which is checkout. Right now, this is the checkout built into the system, but if you connect Shopify, it would just send them right to a Shopify checkout with all the mapped products and designs. So it'll be the same exact thing, but it's just, you're collecting your payment through Shopify rather than our platform. So, put in the payment information. I'm not going to do this right now, but yeah, you put in all the payment information, hit pay. And then once they hit pay, it'll show up in the order system here. So right here, I didn't place any orders, but here's all your like revenue. And then, you can track production, how many pieces are in place, printing, heat press, cutting, sewing. And this also shows all the same thing, like, hey, this order is in this stage. And then it has notifications already set up where once a stage changes, it gets sent to the customer. The only thing you have to do is just work with your vendor and make sure they're in their vendor login and updating where orders are. So on the vendor side, they have a completely different dashboard. They can see a lot less things. They see products and orders and design requests. Those are the only things that they can see. They don't have any customer information, none of that stuff. So this is, and then you have your normal order stuff, average order value, pending revenue, active orders, completion rate. So this is just like how many orders actually went through. It should be 100% if you're connected to Shopify. But then there's also like a manual quoting option down here. So if you had like dealers, this page is, I have it blank right now, but if you have dealers or something that want to design gets approved and they need to make a manual quote, they can do it here, or they could actually go to the design requests that are assigned to them and then just complete the process there and make a quote. So last thing is the product section. So we have right now it's two different tabs. We have master catalog and catalog. So master catalog, this is essentially like your database. So this is where you would add all your products. You can add them one by one. There's like an easy fill out sheet here, or you can import a CSV. So there's a little template here you download and you can import them, and then it just fills all these in. And then, if anything needs to get changed, like if the factory needs to change something on a product or you need to change something, you can change it pretty quickly with these little side modals that pop out. And then you can add in also to these products like the design template mockup. So if you have a specific mockup you're using, you can upload that there. So then when the designer goes to design it, there's no need to look for it. It's already attached to that product. Then we have our main catalog. So our main catalog is also where we send customers to start their design request. So when they hit start design request, it reroutes them to this catalog, and this catalog will show all the products, and it will be sorted by sports. So I have all sports for these three products. This product's not mapped right, but since it's like warm-up jacket, jogger, backpack, it's just all sports. So I'm just gonna make a quick little like test. So I'm gonna add these three to my cart. There's no real need to, they don't need to add quantity or anything because they can do that at a later time. So right now it's just adding products, and then we do also have the capability of adding in a design fee to this, where it would force them to pay a design fee before they can actually complete the design request. So rather than it going right to the design request here, it can go right to a checkout page and then redirect them back into a design request. So right now I'm gonna hit start design, and this will open up the design request process. So super easy. It's a very easy step-by-step form. Keep people going down the right path. So it's jogger, backpack, jacket. All right. Next, I'm gonna choose the colors I want. So colors is like, who are you? What's your role? Pick that really quick. Colors. Right now they're just generic colors. We can update it to PMS colors, and you can upload your colors that are needed. And then I'm going to hit next, and then this is select my fonts. So there's a variety of fonts here. If you have specific fonts that you want to use, you just have to give me a list of them and we can add them, but these are like the generic ones that we put in here to start. It's pretty simple. So I'm going to put this as like primary, secondary. You can choose multiple fonts, but I'm just going to choose that one, and I'm going to hit next. And I'm going to upload my logo. I'm just going to throw in this kit logo. And then this is like, if a customer has like ideas, they can upload it here, but I'm just hitting next. And then logo placement, you want left chest, center chest, right chest. So all those little things, team name placement, center chest, logo, left chest, and then, player numbers, you can put yes or no. It's like, where do you want them? Front center, back center, left sleeve, left leg, right leg. So you can put numbers wherever you want. I'm just going to put it to no, then I hit next step. And then here's like team name. So Kit Kings, football. When's my target due date? I'm going to say the 7th. Description, make me something cool. And then we have a couple different styles here. So it's like design theme, traditional, modern, retro, vintage, flashy. So it just kind of gives people like an idea of like, all right, like, do I want a tropical vibe? What kind of vibe do I want? I'm just going to go tree line, and I'm going to hit review and submit. So then on this page, it gives you a full breakdown of what you filled out, what fonts you selected, what colors you selected. I only selected primary color. I didn't do secondary or tertiary or accent. And then it tells you like order summary. Right now it's $0 because we don't have a design fee set for this account. And then I can hit submit request. And then this will take me right back to this page. So this is my whole entire order, mapped out. This is all the information that I put in. My name, date, reference ID, design vibe, colors, fonts, logo placement, products, colors, and then project brief. So that's like my description I put in. And then on the customer side, this is all you would see. And then it would just be like, it actually sends you to a thank you page, like, thank you, we'll send you an email in 24 hours. And yeah, so that's pretty much the majority of it. And then also too, there's like a setting here of like revision request too. So it could do, you have up to 20 messages, but you only get 3 revisions, and then those things can be altered as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You can go into your profile, edit some settings, and change your details, billing information, all that stuff. But yeah, so that's pretty much it on that.